In many regions of France, wine has never been better. I live in one of those regions, Savoie. But why do so many people feel that something has been lost? Maybe because we've confused three very different things. That is soil, terroir, and winemaking or vinification. Terroir is much bigger than soil. Terroir is a combination of climate, slopes, exposure. For example, there's another vineyard across the way here that has sun only in the morning. Here we have sun from morning to evening. I was shooting this at 8:30 at night. It's far from being sundown. So it is altitude. It is also the surrounding vegetation that I'm going to make so much of a big deal. It is the availability of water. It's the biodiversity. It's the traditions and the human hand, of course. But also, don't forget this mycelium, which is in between soil and terroir. The recreation of terroir for this plant that I have said in the past is the dog of all plants. It has been domesticated. And working it in the last 6 months tells me that it has a need to be wild. It has been tamed only for grapes. Now, yeah, we human, we know how to do things. We know how to manipulate things. We certainly know how to manipulate nature and plants. But has it been really for the benefit? And maybe the practices that are still practiced today were good before climate change. Maybe they were good 80 years, 100 years ago, even all the way back to phylloxera. But I really wonder, are they valid now? Because I can see why they would plow 100 years ago. 100 years ago, here in this place, today, there would still be snow on top of the mountain behind me. There is no snow in the mountain behind me since February. So I could understand why they would plow. It makes sense. Some practices, old practices, make sense to me. But not anymore. Not anymore. We have adapted adapted. We have adapted everything to our need. And I want to feel my vines return to a state where they feel free, where they feel like they have a breath. I want to understand what does this mean if I tear it off? I really do. It doesn't kill the plant, but these dendrites here that automatically look for some support. Over here, look at this. Now that I look at them now, I'm thinking it's like a finger, and if I tear it off, what does it do to it? I see two over here. It changed. See two over here. It's beautiful. Can you see this? Look at those. Look at these two. Are they not beautiful? Are they not linked? They are literally linked. So there's intelligence. That is the point. There's not only soil, there's not only terroir, but to me, there is intelligence in this. And yeah, probably the grapes will be bigger. But if I'm loaded with chlorophyll like I say I use this multivitamin, if I really give it nourishment, how big will the grapes grow? I don't know at this moment who's right, who's wrong. This is a ping pong game. And it's absolutely beautiful, but there must be a science to it. The vineyard itself is only part of a larger environment, and that larger environment is part of the terroir. But then, the last part that we have been able to so manipulate is the vinification. The art of making wine. The temperature control, which was inexistent before, with coils that brings the juice, the grape juice, down to 8 centigrade. 100 years ago, that was not possible. If it's 20 degrees, it's 20 degrees. But we're able to, with coils, to bring down the temperature to 8 to 12 centigrade. That is an enormous amount of help. The cultured yeast, literally dozens of different yeast for different results. The hygiene, of course, the extraction, the barrels, the vats, all of that has changed dramatically and that is good. I'm not saying anything about that. I'm just saying that with that knowledge, with that chemistry, we have been able to manipulate and make up some of the what we have lost. Modern winemaking has been extraordinary technological. But what we want to reclaim is that spirit, the spirit of the vine. That is where I think the magic of drinking a glass of wine actually is. Thank you for watching this episode of The North Face of Wine. Next week, I'm putting up the wine press in front of the house. I will show you the whole setup of the cellar, which everything will be outside. And don't forget, in vines we trust.